Hey y'all, welcome back to another video on the channel. And today, I've been doing a series of reactions because the reactions are easy, they get out faster, and it's easy. Basically, I'm on the road to 100 videos, my boy. That's what I'm on right now. I'm on the road to 100 videos, and this would make 11, 12. I'm gonna be doing these reactions till I figure out some other shit I'm gonna be doing. A couple more story times, you know what I'm saying? But trying to make it a little low effort while continuing to keep posting and shit like that. But with that being said, we finna watch this point and shoot. I seen that he's interviewing Sacramento Gang Archives. The nigga I just did the little that did the Frank video. He was cracking with that shit.
What's up, guys? Mike Winters here. Welcome back to Point and Shoot. Today we got something special for you guys, a very exclusive interview with the notorious Sacramento Gang Archives, aka SGA, Mr. Screets.
Yeah.
I consider myself a huge fan of his work. He puts out a lot of interesting stuff, a lot of insights that you're not going to get anywhere else. Very controversial, very polarized.
And if he's not capping this video, this shuts down a lot of shit, because I'm not gonna act like I know what I'm talking about, but somebody was trying to say that this was Mike Winters, but Point and Shoot is Mike Winters, and yeah, so SGA is not Mike Winters.
A lot of people hate him, a lot of people love him, and I'm very excited to have him on. So without further ado, SGA, what's up, man? How you doing? Thank you so much for coming on.
Well, I'm actually a fan of your channel as well. It's crazy, the whole Briss panhandling, his whole rise. I actually never knew that was you, so fuck. I apologize, bro. But yeah, man, you are a major part of Sacramento's history. So yeah, man, I appreciate you. Thanks for having me.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that, man. Rest in peace, Briss, man. That's a big honor to be a part of his legacy. So let's get a couple questions underway here. Let's get this thing running. Let's just jump right into it. So I want to ask first: Are you from the streets, or do you get your information from a third party, or how do you get your information?
Good question.
Well, unlike that one blogger people like to compare me to, I am actually from the streets, and honestly, my information is 90% in my head. 5% may come from fans, and the other 5 may come from the actual coons I do the videos on. But yeah, I don't have no real sources. It's all the archives. That's why I named it Sacramento Gang Archives. So yeah, I might get something wrong, hella small, like a fucking last name or a fucking shoe size or some stupid shit. But the people in my comments, they hate. Man, the shit that they say sometimes be wrong, it comes straight from the horse's mouth. So, hey.
That's bullshit, because when that nigga was going around saying fucking, and I'm finna say that shit, because I'm a nigga that be commenting on that shit. I don't be talking too much. But this nigga was trying to say Lil Jody was from the world. Lil Jody's not from the world. You wasn't finna just keep saying that on the beat. I wasn't finna just keep letting you say that shit.
Man, I'm Sac Archives. These motherfuckers are fans, and some of them are haters, so I don't give a fuck. I just do what I do.
Yeah, man, I was always kind of curious about that. Like,
See, now you acting like an ignorant nigga again. That's that shit he be doing. That be making this nigga look like a buster. Like now you sound hella ignorant. Like, I do what I do. No, like you be on some. This is just the history of Sacramento shit. So I'm not trying to disrespect nobody. Then you say some shit like that. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Just coming out of your head, or if you had someone that would, like a mole or something that was sneaking information to you. So let me ask you this: what would be like the mission statement, if you want to call it that, like the purpose for your channel, like what your mission is through this kind of content?
I don't know, man. I never thought about that shit. SGA, Sacramento Gang Archives, home of some of the most thorough Sacramento history told in satire, so you can laugh while being informed.
So how did you first get started on YouTube, and how did you come up with the method or the idea to disguise your voice and be like a mysterious figure?
How did I come up with it? Well, my girl, she does makeup tutorials, and she has a setup to where, you can make videos and all that shit. And I kind of helped her set it up years ago, so I'm very familiar with this program that we use, or I use. So, yeah, and of course I want to disguise my voice for obvious reasons. I don't want these motherfuckers knowing my voice. So, yeah, I have to choose between the deep one, the slow-mo one, or the Alvin and the Chipmunk. And, of course, this one, it just fits me. It fits the way I talk and everything, you know? The fuck?
Yeah, I agree. It does fit. It does. It's definitely you. So, why do you think it's growing so fast? The channel. Why do you think you're taking off so fast?
Because niggas is
And why do you
nosy.
think you're gaining as much notoriety as you are at the speed?
The reason this nigga's getting so much clout, getting so much buzz right now, is because motherfuckers in Sacramento is nosy. That's the only reason he getting so much buzz right now. And why everybody running around with all this, some of it true, some of it false information. Because niggas is nosy. And it's a platform, nigga. Duh. The fuck?
You are.
It's gaining notoriety how it is so fast. It's because I'm doing something that no one has done in a way that no one has done it. Come on, Mike. Be real. All these...
There's hella other pages like you, bro. Hella pages. How you think niggas know about Chicago beef? You're not the first nigga to do this shit. You're the first nigga to do it out here. Oh, well, because the hella niggas can see that. There might be niggas in Chicago watching this shit thinking we going crazy or something. You feel me? You're the first nigga to do it out here. For sure. Not the first nigga in California to do it. There's hella little pages like that.
bloggers are corny as hell, man. You know, especially the ones that they compare me to. It's like comparing apples and oranges. What the fuck? So it's kind of like...
That's not true, because I watched one. It's like Hip Hop Daily or some. It was like some King Von and K.I. shit I was watching. I'll watch that channel on here one of these days, but that nigga's tight. They ain't corny. His shit, keep it a band, that album and the Chipmunk shit corny. But he be knowing some little shit. That's why I don't never really hate him. I don't be trying to hate on this nigga.
Going against
He just
grain.
be saying shit.
That's why they like to call me the police, because motherfuckers is really scared of these coons, the fans and the friends of these coons. So of course I'm going to get shared, and these coons are going to share me, calling me the police and try and get me canceled. And of course it's going to be a lot of the fans that been knowing that these motherfuckers is idiots, and hey, they might have never known, and I might have shown that these coons are coons in a whole different perspective. People love my channel, man. Another thing, my information is fucking correct, man, and you can tell. And also, I don't clickbait, you know. It's a lot of bloggers out there, they do this shit for views. I don't need to, man.
He doesn't clickbait, but this nigga, I give him 67% truth on everything he posts. Some videos he be spot on. I ain't gonna say which ones. But the ones where he's not spot on, 67% truth. It's either he's 95% right in a video or he's 67% right. But he don't never got the story right. That's all I'm gonna say.
My shit is so thorough, I don't have to go let's say, how do you say it? Oh yeah, I don't have to cut no corners, you know? I just gotta do what I do. Mike, just be honest, man. Who is going to get behind the mic and shed light on these coons and this coonery in Sacramento in general, like SGA, you know? Just be honest.
You might definitely be right about that one, bro. You know, I never, ever see anyone... I mean, maybe I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, let me know in the comments. But I don't see a lot of people saying that your information is incorrect. I just see a lot of people not agreeing with the fact that you're putting it out there. But, you know, I really like it because it's not glorifying anything. It's actually just shedding like a real world perspective on, you know, the tragedies that are going on behind all this this activity. So do you feel like you get most...
And that's another thing. If he's a regular ass nigga, he's really not snitching. Because if it's public information, you can speak on it all you want. It's just motherfuckers talking too goddamn much. Because go on Facebook and go look at the local crime beat. You're going to see hella old people running their motherfucking mouths. Oh, thank God the cops caught him. Nigga, my cousin went down for a robbery like 3-4 years ago. and he was in prison for that shit. And I was looking at the Facebook post from back then. It was roasting him in that motherfucker. Oh, this low life, them low life ass, degenerates, all types of shit. Nigga, on my mama. Yeah, the same way he be talking about these niggas, calling them coons and shit like that.
Negative or mostly positive feedback from your viewers as a whole?
Man, the only fucking negative feedback that SGA receives is from these coons and convicts and these motherfuckers that live and die by this gangster shit, and they will fucking bleed the streets.
That's true.
It be the motherfuckers that still wash their drawers in the shower and still make grilled cheese sandwiches on ironing boards with a fucking iron and still make Kool-Aid goddamn popsicles from scratch, and they don't even have no fucking ice. It be them motherfuckers that make something from nothing on some jail shit. They bleed and die, live and die. It's fucking shit. But like I said, that is only about 15 or 10%. They don't even make a dent in my fucking followers or my viewers, you know?
If this nigga is not white, he's giving real Uncle Ruckus vibes. Like, like what the fuck, blood? Like, coons that make Kool-Aid with no ice cubes and grilled cheese sandwiches on ironing boards. Like, nigga, I ain't never in my life did that. Like, that's some real jail shit, bro. Like,
good fans, man. All my supporters, they're like 85%, and they love this shit. They laugh their asses off, man. Just look at the comments, and look how many people like certain key comments, like me being funny, you know?
Don Solo. Hold on,
good fans, man. All my supporters, they're like 85%, and they love this shit. They laugh their asses off, man. Just look at the comments, and look how many people like.
I'm thinking of John
Is there an
Solo.
etiquette
I was
that
about to
you
say
have,
John Solo was
for
watching
what
this shit.
you do and don't put out?
Look, I did extensive research on what someone can actually get incriminated by just off a.
That right there, look. Because this is what niggas will say to validate talking too much. Because in actuality, talking too much isn't snitching if you not incriminate nobody. You should explain incrimination. Incrimination is one thing. You can say whatever you want if you're not incriminating shit. You can say public information. Police already know that. Fuck. You feel me? It's not for motherfuckers to determine unless they know that the police already know that.
Random blogger on YouTube's videos. None of my videos can get used in the court of law. That's exactly why they have disclaimers and shit. I mean, look, bro, it's certain people who has cases that are super sensitive, and they're in my comments all the time demanding videos from those people. But I'm sorry, like, it's certain cases that I can't talk about, and it's certain people that I can talk about. You know, half this shit, they do my job for me. I just format that shit into a fucking video, and they hate that fucking shit. And people might try and say that I got Mava killed. But, man, look, I'm not going to say too fucking much, but the reason why I posted that video so blatantly how I did, because, look, man, Mava had a timer on his head, and let's just say that SGA was watching that timer. And, look, man, I know what the fuck I'm doing behind his goddamn mic. Look, bro, no one is going to ever go to jail behind my videos. It will never even get brought up in any kind of paperwork. And I guarantee no one will ever, quote-unquote, expose me for getting someone, to, quote-unquote, together, like Duda and CJ likes to say. Man, watch the show and enjoy. Fucking coons.
Has it?
That nigga, Lil CJ. Lil CJ was stupid. That nigga.
Anyone ever tried to?
He always fucking with Lil CJ. Like, you that little nigga alone. Like, he be doing his thing. Nigga, you a grown ass
take something
man.
down, and if so, have you taken it down for him?
Has anyone ever asked? Okay, look, let me answer that question in a different way that you may expect. People ask me all the time, but do they ask politely? Fuck no. Man, what the fuck? These coons have no etiquette, no home training at all. They come in my fucking inbox like on some, hey, check this out, homeboy. Man, fuck y'all. I'm not taking shit down. Y'all have to ask with some fucking manners and some with respect. You know? What the fuck? For instance, it was this young man who trolled Mava after Mava passed, and somehow his Instagram handle got in one of my videos, and I honestly did not catch that shit, but hey, he was trolling Mava, and Mava's homeboys had found his address or some fucking shit. I don't know, man. All I know is his family politely hit me up on Instagram and let me know the dangers and the shambles that little motherfucker was in. And what did I do? I deleted the fucking video. I didn't save it. I didn't edit. I didn't repost it. Nothing, man. I don't want that young man to die. What the fuck? But honestly, that's maybe the only video that I've had to take down. Yeah, I can't think of any more. YouTube, of course,
He did
took
take down the
about 5 videos down that I've ever posted, and one of those videos got me a strike recently, and that's that little forehead one. And I don't want no smoke with him or his forehead or his fucking label. Fuck that. Lil Ties, man, I'm sorry.
I'm
I don't give a fuck. I
I'm
got
talking about Lil TYS.
copyright strike. I didn't even get a violations guideline strike. I don't even know what the fuck that is. So yeah, I'm gonna treat Lil Ties or TYS, whatever the fuck, I'm gonna treat him like Mark Zuckerberg. Yes a boss and no sub boss. Anything you say is yes a boss, no sub boss.
All right. Okay, so I wanted to ask. I noticed that you don't post any music or you don't cover rappers. Is there a reason for that? Is there? I mean, what are things that you just won't touch on the channel?
Look, man, if you noticed, it's 2 things that SGA doesn't post on his channel, and that is snitches. You know, I don't give a fuck about who's snitching. You know, that, in my opinion, I'll leave that for a whole another fucking troll page for Instagram, rap backs, and all that other bullshit. I'm not here to expose people. You know, yeah, fuck that shit. And another thing I don't share is music. You know, Sacramento rappers, NorCal rappers. Honestly, because they promote a shitload of violence, and you know, I don't promote violence on my page. I expose the coonery, and me promoting music that these motherfuckers is talking about sliding on ops, and catching bodies and shit, and fucking they catch like fucking 20 bodies each song. You know, so fuck that shit.
Okay. So let me ask you this: what is your long-term goal, like moving forward, as far as like business venture-wise? Is this something that you're going to turn into a business, or are you? Is this just something that you do for fun, or what are your plans moving forward?
Well, honestly, man, if I'm welcome on your platform again, we can say that for a part 2. Because honestly, I never even thought of long-term goals for my channel. I made this shit out of complete boredom, and it started doing numbers how it is on its own. So hey, I guess that's something to think about.
Do you ever feel like there's a limited amount of material for you to cover? Or I saw that you started the NorCal Gang Archives to sort of broaden the reach for what you can cover. Is it hard to find sources for information for places that you didn't grow up in?
Do I feel like it's limits? In a sense, yeah. When I made this channel, I didn't wake up one day thinking that, like, I wanted to be a blogger, you know, or expose these motherfuckers. But it's almost starting to somewhat become a job, in a sense. I don't want to call it my job, man. I just be on the internet, and I see certain shit, and I think that it's idiotic. The point of view that I see it from, that's why I tell it in satire, you know? And it's really people and kids out there that will get a little bit confused, or they fuck it, man. They think that shit is cool as fuck. You know, fuck that shit. Man, what the fuck? That's why I call it coonery. They may think that I'm racist. Man, I don't give a fuck. You guys know what you guys partake is fucking idiotic. So, hey, my only job is to make sure certain people look at that shit for what the fuck it is. So, yeah, I'm very good with the internet. So, hey, if it ever becomes a point in time where my channel gets big enough to where people want to get interviewed on my channel, I'll figure it out, man. You know, I'm good with this shit. But as far as NorCal Gang Archives, I definitely need sources. Outside sources. It's not like Sacramento to where I don't need shit from nobody.
So do you watch other channels too? Do you get information from like other bloggers, or are there any other channels that you're a fan of that cover this same kind of similar topics?
Well, to answer your question, I watch all this shit, all this coonery that goes on. That's what inspired my channel. But I'm not necessarily a fan of this shit. You know, I come from the streets. I don't glorify this shit like how the fans do. You know? So, the majority of the videos that I come across, I just watch that shit, and I maybe leave a like, and yeah, I'll go off the video and on to the next. You know, unless it's a very viral video or someone that already has a name that I noticed before, yeah. But honestly, I stopped doing that shit, man. Lately, I've been paying attention to people's channels and subscribing and, you know, showing more love since I'm a part of that crowd now. Like, perfect example. I never knew that certain videos, such as the ones you posted and the ones that you recorded, like panhandling, I never knew that was you. Certain videos that I have seen with the Ape Gang, Young Coons, I never even paid attention to the person that was shooting it.
And then, like, that don't make sense to me, because if you knew that, am I just hard? Because, like, if you know a lot about Sacramento, then how do you not know that Mike Winters shot the panhandling video? Because everybody knows that. And when Briss died, he posted Briss hella times. So, like I said, you just be having holes. You be having holes in the shit you be saying sometimes, folks.
On the video, if the thumbnail looks nice or the title's nice, and I'll watch it, and I'll leave.
Hey man, thank you. Like I said before, it's just an honor to be recognized. So thank you. And so I know you mentioned a part 2, and I don't want to make the interview too long here. I like to make things short and sweet. So I think this is a good spot to cut it short. So Sacramento Gang Archives, I just want to say thanks again, and we gotta get the follow up, man.
Mike Winters, man. Yeah, I appreciate you. Thanks for having me. You guys, make sure you guys go subscribe to my fucking channel and my fucking Instagram for more content from Mr. Screets himself. SGA, I'm out.
Yeah, man. I don't know. I don't necessarily want to call this nigga the police, bro. Like, because it's public information, but it's like it was all cool, and because you gotta think about it, they've been doing shit like that for Chicago and Memphis, and we know all about that shit. Like, we all up in that shit. You feel me? And some of that shit could be kept. Like, they'll be at home watching that shit. You feel me? Like Dirk or one of them, or I don't know who else. Like an Elite Chopper, one of them would go watch one of them shits, and be like, "This nigga's tripping." Like, like, what is he talking about? Like, that shit's not even, you know what I'm saying? So, you never really know. But I watch his channel now, obviously. So, nigga, I can't be talking about he's bullshit, and I watch the channel. And I'm subscribed to this shit on Buzz. I even DM'd this nigga one time. I DM'd him, and I told him, I was like, some of your shit be capped, some of your shit be real, you feel me? But, you know what I'm saying? It's not like you snitching. Like, a lot of the shit he be saying be on the internet. Like, if you go look up Lick's name, you can read all that shit. If you go look up some of the Barksdale family's names, you can see all that shit. If you look up a lot of these niggas' government names, if they're over 18, you can see all that shit. Like, it's right there for you to read. You can read everything the police got. All he's doing is reading that shit and putting it on the internet. You feel me? But I don't make it right, though. So it's up for you to determine that.